aggressive and how calculated you are when it comes to the fighting.
Now, let's get into this second game of today. Welcome to the Land of Dawn and the M2 World Championships as we begin the battle.
See here, both of the teams aren't really giving that much priority into, just invading people.
For sure.
And even Lil, even with the jawhead, he's not gonna go into that purple buff area, and he's not gonna, try to ejector it as much as possible.
Yeah, I think maybe he's trying to find as much information as possible here on where exactly which buff they're going to start on from. Oh, Lil getting the ejector onto Kid. He is in a lot of trouble. He has no spells to get himself out of there because he took Purify. No flicker at all. First blood going over to Unique. Deus, Vult.
And the timers right now for the side of Burmese Ghouls is a little bit more delayed, to be honest, now that Kid and Maybe went down. Well, that's one kill on Maybe, but you would have preferred it if it gone to, like, Ace or Kid.
I mean, at this point, obviously you would want to put them on your cores and carries, of course. But considering the situation, Deus Vult still traded up. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and at the end of the day, they're very happy considering that they are the early game composition.
And look at this. They know that this guy doesn't have Flicker, and Lunox here is the primary target. But Ace, jumping in, Tempest of Blades, and look at that.
He's going in hard. He's trying to jump on top of his Sawo as well as one shot, having to get on out of there. One shot. He's still a little bit of health left. Can Ace, he doesn't have enough energy. Even with a purple buff, he could go for the dive, but no, it's too much damage. Ace pulls away, and they continue to try for this invade onto the Beetle side.
That could have been the great equalizer here into the early game if they got that kill, but Ace didn't have enough energy.
Yeah.
And maybe that's one of the things that you have to look at when you're playing Ling. Ling's energy regeneration got a bit, nerfed, and you can see it there.
You can definitely see it. Oh, but now Defender coming in hard. He's already using his Black Dragon form to try and hold, but he manages to get his passive off, allowing him to sustain longer, and the rest of the Burmese Ghouls forced to push back. Sawo getting more information on where exactly this Ling is going to be. Still has the orange buff on him, but maybe zoning them out. The turtle is up again, and Ruby DD looking kind of low.
And as you can see right now, Sawo has his level 4. Divine Judgment is up. How will they utilize this? But he doesn't have the flicker, so there's no forced engagements that's gonna happen right now. Lil here, getting spotted out. Maybe and the others just trying to control that Lord area. The turtle area, rather.
Yeah, and I mean, Sawo doing a good job making sure that he's getting plenty of information so that his team can actually, avoid certain areas and force out Ace to use a lot more energy. But Ruby DD going in hard onto Defender. He's getting plenty of damage, clears the wave absolutely perfectly, and dashes on out of there as soon as the passive coming in from Defender pops.
And as you can see, a lot of these teams are giving a lot of priority right now to this turtle lane. And they're trying to measure up each other. Are they gonna go in? Are we gonna go in? Could we initiate the fight right now? And I think for Burmese Ghouls, it's all about zoning them out, just giving the idea that they're there in the area. But Ling was actually taking that Soul of Lava onto the top lane.
Yeah, and this is a really good idea, using that mobility. But Lil going in pretty hard, already using the Unstoppable Force. He gets pulled in by the Implosion here, but it's not looking great, as now the rest of Burmese Ghouls going to be cutting down the Unique Deus Vult members one by one. They use a lot of their abilities, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. They want to go for this dive, and Kid, he is waiting for the opportunity. The Machine Gun Mage looking for the opportunity again. Maybe looks for the initial pickoff. He might sacrifice his life for this. He goes down finally. Concussive Strike is going down, and that's going to be a 3-for-1 trade-off in favor of Burmese Ghouls. Unique Deus Vult. They've got to be so careful of that implosion coming in from Tigreal.
And nice Order of Brilliance there coming out here for Kid, dodging that Unstoppable Force coming out from the Jawhead. Sunset Lover and the others, they're just trying to get the farm. Corrosion Sight is up, and it's a step in the right direction now that he's getting items.
Yeah, it's looking good, and considering that the gold lead that they have, 2K ahead, Burmese Ghouls, and they also have the EXP lead, which is even better for their side, speeding up this game as soon as possible, but they already found that pick onto Lil. There was no way for him to get on out of there. Kid ensuring that even if he did have his flicker up, he would have ensured that he would go away. And now Roger, when the next to fall under, he can't walk under the tower at all. No minions to actually help him out here.
Let me just remind you, that Jawhead was a tank. That Jawhead was a tank, ladies and gentlemen, and he got bursted down quite fast, especially with the Lunox there in that certain area. And that's technically how you use the Lunox. It's just try to find those lineups where the team wants to go in and tries to pick those sustainable off-tank heroes. You're gonna punish them a lot, and Kid just showing us how it's done.
What's scary about this situation is that Kid, he's got 4 kills under his belt. Ace has 2 kills under his belt. D has basically been farming the entire game. Oh wait, Sawo getting pulled out and gets hit by the implosion as well. Divine Judgment does come, it hasn't been used just yet. Defender coming in hard. He's trying to come in and cut off the rest of Burmese Ghouls, but maybe he's in trouble. He can't seem to get out. He finally goes down as Kid gets into the backline, uses that brilliance. Ace now coming in, drops down hard. He can't get out. D is the next to fall as Ruby DD tries to jump onto it, but Sunset Lover trying to dodge as many abilities as possible, doing a pretty good job. The Assassins finally get him. Sunset Lover pulling it back, 3 for 3 trade.
And that fight was one for the ages, and one shot, literally one shot, Kid on that Lunox.
Oh, that was hot. That was really, really hot coming in from Unique to Devo, and they did a really. Oh, hold on.
Oh, look at this Burmese Ghouls.
Is he gonna get it? No. Okay, he finally backs away. He doesn't want to greed out for the wave.
They're not backing down of the aggression. Burmese Ghouls, they want to fight this head on as well, and this is one game that you really need to look at in terms of being aggressive. Burmese Ghouls, they're just going at it as well.
Yeah, they aren't backing down. That's the scary part. But now Lil trying for the opportunity to go in. Oh, Ruby DD getting hit, but can he get on out of there? Sunset Lover making sure no matter how many times you dash, I got you covered. But let's look at the fight here as Defender is going in hard with his Black Dragon form, trying to circle them together into one space.
Oh.
Maybe finds the implosion. He's gonna pull it backwards. Lil flickers on out of there. Sawo now has no Divine Judgment, can't really do too much about it, and the rest of them are going to be dropping down like flies. The Kid, the machine gun Medj with a darkening as Ace looking to clean up that fight, but unfortunately one shot still there, especially with the Soul of Lava to slow down any kind of assault. Woo! Burmese Ghouls.
And this is turning into a fist fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is a brawl.
This is a cage match.
This is a cage match, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be something that you have to look at for, this is the benchmark of what you should expect from some of the teams here for the M2 World Championship. Their understanding right now is to just be aggressive. They don't want to surrender any turtles. This is, well, some of the teams here in the M2, they would give up the turtles for some certain areas of the game, which they don't think that you know, the turtle is important, the turtle buff is important. But right now, both of these teams really want the turtle buff.
Oh, Lil! He tries to go for the unstoppable force. He knew he was going to die. He thought he could get that last bit of damage in to maybe pull something off, but it's not going to work. Ruby DD baiting out a fight onto one shot, but unfortunately, Ace comes rushing on over, getting a free kill up inside the top side of the map, and they break that top tier 1 as well.
Sunset Lover right now trying to find the farm for a bit, but for D here and Ace, it's going to be that second turret, second turret onto the top lane. That's going to their side. Now, Ace and the others just using that mobility to try to clear the waves. And you know what? D here and Ace, they're having a bit of a split in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, now they're trying to invade to go for their enemy soul for a lot of lava. And Unique Deval, they are not having it. They do not want them to steal this away. Defender already in his transformed version. They could look for the engage, but this could be a tough situation to get back from.
Now, Lord is up. The dragon, the Black Dragon form for Defender is down. Will Burmese Ghouls take this opportunity to take the Lord? Probably not, as they go and steal that purple buff onto the side of Unique Devo.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the items are going to be looking like in a little bit here, but it looks like, oh, on the top side again, Ace getting some good damage onto One Shot. One Shot has been really heavily targeted this entire game.
And let's try to see the items right now, ladies and gentlemen, and so that we have an understanding what's going to come out for these players. I know that Sunset Lover, it's a very, let's say, item-dependent hero that won one. Now he has the Corrosion Sight. He has the Demon Hunter Sword. And looking at it, his counterpart onto the other lane, it's going to be the Wind of Nature, the Demon Hunter Sword, and the Golden Staff. So Claude is stacked.
Yeah, it's 3-2 items on the marksman players. It's looking really, really tough here, and especially for Lil, he's been picked off so many times already that he is falling significantly behind when it comes to just being that raw tank for the team. He's getting the cooldowns, but it's tough. Now Lil, he's going to walk out once more to bait out as much as they can. The Lord has been given over to the Burmese Ghouls. They had a really good foothold on that side of the map. I'm not sure what Unique Deus Vult could have done there.
Now, clearly, Unique Devo, they're having problems holding the line. They're not stopping Burmese Ghouls from invading their jungle, and all those monsters, all those creeps on the jungle are going to the side of Burmese Ghouls. Now, this is a fight that they want, I think. Unique Devo here.
This is a big engagement here. Defenders still trying to push them around as much as they can. Benedetta trying to go in towards the backline, but unfortunately, Sawo wasn't able to find the right targets, and they're going in hard. Lil comes with the unstoppable force onto D here, but Ace, it has to pull back. It's a 2-for-1 trade, 1-for-3 trade. This is looking great for Unique Deus Vult.
They really, for the side of Burmese Ghouls, they really need to look out for the, the places they fight in. That was a very narrow space. And when the Yuzhong came in, every path that they had to escape was blocked.
Absolutely. And
it was every man for himself at that point.
I totally agree, but like you can see that a lot of the members, especially for D, he wants to go in hard with the Blazing Duet, and he gets absolutely shut down by Sawo at that point of time. He tries the Battle Mirror Image forwards or backwards. The Divine Judgment completely locks him in place.
They have to be mindful of their surroundings. If another fight like that happens, you're giving extra time for Sunset Lover to get his items. Remember, he has 0 deaths. So, meaning his uptime on just farming is 100%. As long as he's alive, he's getting the gold, and right now he's just clearing the waves and he's moving closer and closer to his items, and once he goes online, it's a monster that you have to stop alone.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Looking at Ling's items as well, it looks like he's got the Demon Hunter Sword as well as the Endless Battle, and it looks like he will be purchasing that Blade of Despair once he gets enough gold. Looking over to Unique Deus Vult's side, looks like they are hitting their item powers, but their 2 item power spikes. It's looking like it's finally some smooth sailing and a little bit of breathing room for now.
Sunset Lover and the others, they're just trying to wait for the late game. Well, for the side of Burmese Ghouls, they do have the late game insurance on D.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. Now, I think, let's just say that whoever uses Wind of Nature first loses.
Yeah,
that's how this matchup works.
That I totally agree with that. That is absolutely right, because both sides are so focused on getting rid of those marksmen that if they use it a little too early or they use it ineffectively, they just end up dying anyways.
Then again, it's all about the positioning. If you do not want to use your Wind of Nature, do not get caught out.
Agreed. But I will say that Unique Devo actually has a little bit of an advantage in this particular area of catching people off, because a lot of their abilities is just point and click.
Yeah, and to be honest, they have a lot of these heroes that we talked about this earlier in the draft, that it's single target, it messes up with your position, and that's the only thing that you need.
It's the worst feeling. Blade of Despair being purchased here by Ruby DD as they lose another target. The macro play coming out of Burmese Ghouls looking really nice, but One Shot, he tries to go in, is going to get heavily punished for that. You cannot be tumbling into your opponent.
A bit of a miscommunication there, as Defender wasn't really in the area to go for the follow-up. One Shot wanted to go in, wanted to fight, but his team thinks otherwise.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more patient in that sense, but hopefully that wasn't hopefully that was a little bit of a misclick. That's fine. Unique Deus Vult doesn't lose too much off of this. It's not like they had a lot of pressure to work with to begin in the game. But Burmese Ghouls, looking at their macro, it's looking good. 7K ahead of their opponents. It's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, man. Looking at it right now, Ace and Kid are here in the Lord area, and this is going to be the most important part of the map right now. Lil here, spotting them out. Will they contest? Everyone is scattered here for the side of Unique Devo, while Burmese Ghouls, they are in the Lord area and they're just trying to take it down, and they will give it to the side of Burmese Ghouls without contest.
Yeah, I think it's definitely understandable here. Burmese Ghouls are finally, especially for their core heroes, are reaching that point of that breaking point. Being able to have that 3 to 4 item power spike, and that's what happens when you reach 49K. While unique Deus Vult is trying to catch up to it. They're just a little bit behind. They're just 5K behind actually from hitting that power spike themselves. So until they hit that, I don't think Unique is going to be doing too much.
Yeah, clock's ticking for both of these teams. Who has the better positioning? Unique Devo, they got the early game advantage. Right now it's slowly slipping out of their hands, and for the late game it's anything goes, because you have the Claude, you have your 1-1, and especially for Burmese Ghouls, that they have this late game Lunox potential, and that's Benedetta, who has late game potential as well.
Yeah. This is going to be a tough one. Illuminous Lore going to be crashing into the top inhibitor turret. It breaks it instantaneously, but Unique is doing a good job clearing out the Lord-empowered minions on the mid and bottom side. Now they just have to deal with Lord. They lost that inhibitor turret, which is not the greatest, but they are still in it to win it. They haven't bowed out just yet.
And they have good wave clear, mind you. That is going to be the Ring of Order coming out here from Kaja. Ruby DD is going to go in. Oh, he forced that.
He's forcing it hard. Defender trying to disrupt as much as possible, but in the back line, maybe going in with the implosion. Nothing they can do about it. Burmese Ghouls, they go in. Maybe tries to save the day, but unfortunately, Ruby DD might have accidentally baited a fight. Oh, it's not over yet. Kid turns around with the targeting as well. Goes into that brilliant form, but nah, he's gonna be absolutely shut down by Unique Deus Vult.
And they do not disappoint. Unique Devo, they hold the line to their base, and right now Sunset Lover is getting all the items in the world, and Sunset Lover is loving it. No puns intended.
But Ruby DD, he's going to be trying to clear that wave as soon as possible, but this is the time that Unique can do something about it. Ruby DD, he's in trouble. Oh, that was clean. Come on.
Eye for an eye. When you time it right, it can do you wonders.
Man, literally, it's a 0.7 second ability, less than a second. That timing couldn't have been any more perfect. It had to be within the range of 0.5. That's ridiculous.
But then again, man, that is a telegraphed skill. You can see it from a mile away. It's gonna come in front of you, and you just have to time it right.
Ah, but still, it's so
I like it. I like it.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, Sunset Lover!
It's looking bad. They finally found that pick onto Sunset Lover with the implosion, but now they are going in hard. Defender trying to disengage the rest of the team. They cannot afford to lose any more members. Maybe well done. Even without a flicker, he is still pulling punches.
Looking at it, that was a clutch catch for Maybe. For the longest time, he couldn't get really an explosion on that 1-1, but with that flicker in,
yeah,
he got it in time.
He's doing it again and finds Lil in the process, and now it's gonna allow Ace to jump in towards the backline. Zawo gets executed, and he is down. This opens up the entire wave for Burmese Ghouls to finish off the fire. Defender trying to clear it up as soon as possible to keep the crystal alive, but Ace, he's trying to kill it out as soon as he can. One shot doesn't take him out in time. Burmese Ghouls take game 1.
And clutch moments from the players that could have gone both ways. And to be honest,